All right. Happy Friday, everyone. This is the Eminence Finance Community here, back again with some more football picks for Sunday's NFL matchups. And before I get into my Week 8 picks, I'm gonna show you guys my record for last week. Week 7, I went 2-2. I won with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I won with the Carolina Panthers. As you can see here, I had some two very horrible letdowns with the Atlanta Falcons letting me down late in that game with a touchdown that Detroit scored late. I was so angry about that. And Seattle dominated. While they dominated the game against Arizona, they let me down as well in overtime. This should have been a 4-0 week, but that's okay because this week we're gonna shoot for 5-0 because I think I got 5 picks on here. Yes, I do. Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis Colts, and San Francisco. I mean Seattle. These are my 5 picks, and I'm going to start off with the Seattle Seahawks. I have them covering the -3 in this game because they're the better team, and they're the home team. And San Francisco has a lot of injuries. I know San Francisco's been playing hard this year. They've been, showing some resiliency with all the injuries that they suffered in this tough 2020 season campaign for them. But I think Russell Wilson is going to be too much for them. I think Seattle's offense is going to be too much for them. And this is the game that Jamal Adams comes back in. I thought he was going to come back last week, but he didn't. He's coming back in this week. I heard. That's what I've heard. That's what's confirmed. So I had the Seattle Seahawks covering the -3. I think that's actually the best bet of the week. Seattle to cover the spread and money line if you're not trying to bet on the spread to beat the 49ers. And my second pick on this match, on this slate, is the Detroit Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, like I said, Detroit got lucky. They were outplayed against the Falcons. They got lucky with that late touchdown to win the game. They're not going to get lucky this week. I know they're at home, but they've struggled at home. They lost their last 6 games at home. So why would I think they're going to win? Why would I think they're going to beat a good team at home, a team that actually matches up well against them at home, and a team that has a better record than them at home, and etc. The Colts are just a flat out better team, better coach team. Everything is better. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Colts with the money line in this game. I think that's the safest of the bets on this list, as a matter of fact, because Indianapolis plays very good defense, and Detroit struggles to stop the run. And what does Indianapolis do best? They run the football. So there you have it. That's a very good matchup for them. I think they're gonna win and cover. But I didn't put the spread here. I got the money line. So there you have it. Money line Indianapolis Colts. And my third game here is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I've been on the Pittsburgh Steelers bandwagon this entire year. Every time I've picked them, they covered the spread. So I have no reason to not pick them again. And speaking of spreads, the Ravens are not that good against the spread. I believe they're 2-4 this year against the spread. Whereas the Steelers are, I think they're 5-2. So still, the Steelers have been doing very good in regards to covering the spread, and I think they continue in this game. I don't know if they're gonna win. I expect this to be a very close game, but the Steelers. I won't be surprised if the Steelers win this game, even though they're on the road. And this rivalry in general is always close though, so it can go either way. But that said, I got the Steelers covering the +5.5. I think that's too big of a number. I think I've seen in some books they have it at 4.5. I will still pick the 4.5 in this game too. I think that's also a very good bet. But if you can get it at 5.5, even better. So, like I said, I have no reason to go against the Steelers because they've been covering all year long, and they haven't let me down yet this year. And I don't see any reason why they're gonna let me down in this game. I think they match up well against Baltimore. I think they're actually going to slow down Lamar Jackson a lot. I think that defense is going to play a big role in this game. I actually think the Steelers are going to win. I'm not sure if they are, but I think they will. But I'm very sure that they're going to cover this spread. And that's all I have to say about that game. And my next game on this list is probably going to be the biggest comedy fest of the entire NFL season, because I have no reason to ever believe that the New York Jets are going to be close against the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. I mean, I'm a Jets fan, so I already know the deal about the Jets. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. This team is just a laughing stock. Adam Gates needs to get fired now. I don't know why he's not fired yet, but hey, that is the Jets. They're very incompetent. They've been incompetent for years, and the Johnson brothers are just, incompetent owners. And Christopher Johnson, it's hard to believe that he's far worse than his brother, but he's far worse. I actually wish Woody Johnson was back coaching. I mean, not coaching. I wish he was back from being an ambassador in England, back to being the owner, because at least the Jets were respectable when he was the owner. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple AFC Championship games with the Jets when he was the owner, and they've done some good things. They've been competitive, and ever since Christopher's taken over, this team has gotten far worse. This probably must be the worst football team that I've seen in my lifetime. They might rival the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they first became an NFL franchise, and as far as like how bad they are, because they're that bad. But anyways, enough ranting about the Jets. Let me just get into this matchup. The Jets defense allows opponents to go into the end zone, I mean the red zone, at a high percentage. Based on what I've seen watching the games, it's like the teams are always going up and down the field on them and going into the red zone. And while they play very good red zone defense against the Bills, different opponent, different week, better players that you're going up against. And if you allow Kansas City to go in the red zone, guess what? They're going to score at least 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 touchdowns on you. You're not stopping Kansas City when they get close to the goal line. You're just not. And as far as the Jets offense is concerned, well, they are anemic. I don't even think they understand what offense means. I think they might put up, 2 touchdowns in this game though. So that's why I have the over in this game, because I know Kansas City is going to kick their ass and score at least like in the late 30s, early 40s minimum. I'm actually thinking this might be a 50 burger. I haven't seen the Jets give up 50 points since 1995, but I think this might be the game, because I just don't see how the Jet defense is going to stop the Chiefs from scoring and going up and down the field. They're going to be in field goal range almost every possession. I don't see how they're going to stop these guys. I don't know. Maybe I might be surprised, but I don't think I'm going to be surprised. And I think the Jets will score 2 touchdowns in this game. One will be while the game is still in play, and the other touchdown will probably be in garbage time or something like that. So I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I'm going to say 45-14. That's going to be well over the total. And the Chiefs will cover the 20.5 point spread, because they're just flat out the better football team than the New York Jets. And I just don't see how any way the Jets are going to be competitive in this ball game. And my last matchup here is the Chicago Bears against the New Orleans Saints. Now, sometimes I always go by this rule, whereas you don't never want to pick against the home underdog, because the home underdog usually wins the game or is very close in the game. So that's why, that's one of the reasons why I'm picking the Chicago Bears to cover the +5.5. The other reason is because their ATS this year has been pretty good. They've been pretty good underdogs. They've covered the spread in they've covered the spread in almost every game that they were underdogs in. And as far as the Saints are concerned, they're a miserable 2-4 against the spread. They haven't really been dominant this year, and they're still without Michael Thomas. And this is going to be a cold weather game for Mr. Drew Brees, and he's already not the same quarterback that he used to be. So I have every reason to believe that this is going to be a very close game. I really do. So there you have it with that game. Chicago Bears to cover the +5.5. Will not even be surprised if they pull off the upset in this game. I got the Saints winning, but I will not be surprised if the Bears upset the New Orleans Saints, because as I've said, they haven't really been a dominant team this year, and they're without their best receiver. So there you have it. These are 5 picks, 6 if you want to count this one over 48.5 for the Jet game. And I'm going to just review it one more time. -3 on the Seattle Seahawks. Money line on the Colts. +5.5 on the Steelers. -20.5 on the Kansas City Chiefs. And +5.5 on the Chicago Bears. Week 8, high probability picks. I want everybody who's betting on these games and taking my picks to make a lot of money. And if you want to learn some more, what was I going to say? I hate when I get tongue twisted. If you guys want some more exclusive picks and want to learn some live betting strategies and ways to hedge these games in case the games do not go as planned, you can always email me. I'm gonna leave my email in the description. I'm gonna leave my email in the description in my video. You guys can always contact me via email, and just tell me who you are, that you watch my YouTube channel. You want to get some more exclusive picks and how to live bet and how to hedge your bets and different strategies and whatnot. Because I'll tell you that I'm pretty good I'm pretty specialized at that skill. But yeah, there you have it. These are my picks. I feel very strongly about them. I ran down the numbers nicely. All the numbers points towards these picks. That's why I picked them. That's why I call them best bets, high probability. So you guys, be safe this weekend. Enjoy your Halloween and enjoy football this coming Sunday.